and welcome to Moving in Between the Lines. I hope you're going well. I am Jack George, and this is my YouTube channel. And today we'll be discussing Anthony Caceres because he's been playing mostly over the last couple of seasons in this position as a double part of the double pivot alongside usually Luke Brattan, who's now torn his ACL. However, in the last couple of games, he's been playing more advanced role, particularly against Wellington, where he started and got an assist in as the right-sided 10 in Sydney's thing. So in this video, we're going to look at his strengths, how they complement Sydney, particularly in this more advanced position, and how they complement his attack, and pretty much that. It's a positive video. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, so Anthony Caceres' strengths. He is very unique in that his ball carrying is extraordinarily good. That's not unique in Australian football, but the way he does it, he jinks his way through players, and it's more of a, I don't want to say European because that's a very broad term and it doesn't sound right, but I've just said it. In the way that he kind of like, his touches are always perfect to the point where they will draw in. So say he's dribbling down here, the touches that goes here, and the defender gets drawn in, and now he can play either a pass or he can try to take a pass. He doesn't really directly run at players in the way to take them on. He more just passes them if need be, or it's not like that, but kind of passes them if need be, and he's always looking to make space for his teammates and also for himself. So you'll notice, for example, the goal that where he got an assist, the second goal, which was scored by Le Fondre, who was, don't know why Barbaros is in the team. He is injured, but there he is. Caceres burst through the midfield on a counter attack, kept on bursting, and I know the touches weren't that big, weirdly, but and it's just like perfect touches to the point where you kind of want to foul him, but they couldn't because, I don't know, maybe they're on yellow cards or stuff. And then he played a pretty poor ball, to be fair, to Le Fondre, which, that's Caceres moving, which, who was the left back, Sam Sutton should have dealt with, but didn't. But it's more the run that it was really impressive because of how positive it is and just how controlled, even when he's running at pace, as fast as he can with the ball, it's always still so controlled, which is really important. He's just a good all-round midfielder apart from that, so he does the basics well, first touch passes, retaining possession. He's actually also part of that ball carrying and I guess dribbling is his ability to keep the ball in wide areas. So we'll look at it here. In the first stage of possession, Sydney, they're almost over-reliant, not on the structure, but on the individuals to do well. That's why Ninkovic is so important to the team, to actually break through the press. And with Caceres, you have someone who just does it so well in terms of, so say, six is pressing. This is not how a team would defend. This is way too open. But just for the example of Caceres being pressed by two players, so he's pressed here, and Le Fondre can make that run down there. It would be more like Barbaros or Kamsoba or Bahaja. And so his two strengths in these positions. One is holding up the ball to the point where even when he's being pressed by two players, he still remains calm and in control and is looking for space and for a passing option, whether it be Neuenhoff coming to offer here, with Recho coming in here. Or the other thing he does really well, he didn't do it at all, I don't think, in the Wellington game, but previously, is like a drag back. So I don't know why I'm showing, you can't see, but I'm doing it on my handbin so I can do it on him. So there's a drag back and then a pass down the line, and that works really well because in general Sydney play with Le Fondre on the left as more of a reference point, and one of Barbaros is injured, so Kamsoba, Bahaja or Patrick Wood on the right, as more of the pacey striker to stretch the defence. And so Caceres works really well with that person because he can just play that boom boom and it's down the line. That's very far. He also gives a double pivot more freedom to attack the spaces. So it was more under Graham Arnold, but a key part of Sydney's attack more with Brandon O'Neill was one of the double pivot making these runs in behind as well. And Caceres, if Neuenhoff was to make this run here, receive the ball, lose it, they have faith in Caceres rather than Burgess. Caceres can just drop off here, so that's a simple thing. But it just gives more flexibility, I guess that's the right word, to Sydney's attack, because it just means that there's more positional rotations available because Caceres is comfortable playing as a right-sided 10, as a left-sided 10, and in both the double pivot spots, even in, not as a right back, but just standing in for a minute because that's the positions he likes to also pick up the ball in. And so this is a key part of, so Sydney's attack is very well, I move these players. It's very they wait for high, not so much anymore, but to the start of the season and last season, they really waited for high probability chances to score because if they get done on the counter, they have these guys both, should probably show that, really wide, really high and wide. So with Donachie is quite athletic and quite fast, but Wilkinson is not anywhere near as fast. Wilkinson will get done on the wing, so they don't want to have Wilkinson and Donachie exposed in these areas out here because this is how Sydney build up with the kind of box midfield are like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they like Wilkinson because if they win back the ball instantly, you can just look to go into those spaces over there. And City try to avoid that, and to do that, they take less shots and instead look for the most high probability shots possible. Some of the most high probability shots come from cutbacks across the box because the ball is rolling towards you with power. So all you have to really do is just direct it into the right spot. And if you're getting a cutback here, it's pretty much a guaranteed goal in terms of the XG will be probably like 0.75, 0.8, something like that. Because that of the way it's rolling towards you, all you need to do is just kind of put your foot through it, and just place it into the corner. And because it's so close, the goalkeeper can't stop it, and the power's already been generated. So Caceres is really, it's hard to show this on the tactics board, so I will try do that, which sounds wrong, but he's really good at just jinking his way. So he's like always looking, I'm going to pass it back. Oh look, he's coming to this place. I'm going to pass it to him, and does like a little fakey thingy. Trying to think of the right word, but I can't. And jinks it down to the touchline. So it's not, like I said, it's never direct dribbling. It's just making himself space. So he just like feints. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't remember that word. Feints himself into making space for himself, which can then get into these positions which Sydney loves so much. And from these positions, he's one. Let's move Burgess into the box because Burgess will be as well. Don't mind the defence. One, very good at crossing. I think against MacArthur, their opening goal scored by Donachie. Just the way he crosses, it's like just a caress with the inside of his right foot into the box, and he just places it on the head of people. It's very it's very good technique. Also has a good final pass decision. So when it comes to placing the cutback, more often than not, he won't find someone because it's hard. That's another thing, is it's hard to find someone in his positions, but he knows what he's looking for. So they'll always have one of the strikers make a run across the inside, across the near post to distract the defenders and get them attention. Usually then one of the strikers is usually Lafondre because they want to get him on the ball because he's good at shooting, will kind of drift back with Burgess also making this run. So, I know there's only two defenders. It would never ever happen in a football game, or maybe it would once, but not very often. But they'd always try to get Lafondre free, and Caceres is really good at just assessing his options very quickly because you have maximum half a second to do it before playing direct balls, hard balls back, and then Lafondre just goes boom and it's a goal. So, like I said, crossing the ability, excellent. Good final pass decision. And I guess with the A-League men is becoming more and more transitional. So this is more of a general point, but having two really good ball carriers in the team in Burgess and Caceres, who can, as demonstrated by the second goal Sydney scored, who can just kind of go on counters by themselves and make the right passing decision in the end, or the right shooting decision even in Burgess's case. It could be the way to go in a more direct style for Sydney because without Brattan, they're struggling to progress the play in their usual slow possession build-up. So with Caceres and Burgess, they've got two athletic, quite fast tens. They're almost like wide midfielders in the 4-4-2 in the way that they're, Burgess on the left-footed, Caceres on the right-footed, both good at crossing, but they can also come inside. So they provide that good versatility that you'd like. But in a more direct style, Caceres works really well in terms of his ability to pick up second balls and drive at open spaces, which is what you create with a more direct style because you create more commotion and more craziness, So yeah, there he is. I always have to say this, but if you enjoy my videos, please do consider subscribing or liking this video, and if you know someone else you think might like it, please share it because it's independent, so it's kind of hard to get followers and subscribers and stuff. However, if I'm clever enough, hopefully a Twitter thing should appear if you like my videos and you're not following Twitter, if you don't have an account, doesn't matter. But I do articles as well, and I do some analysis on Twitter and stuff like that. So please consider following as well and just checking that stuff out. Thanks for joining me. Have a good, I don't know when this video will drop, at like 12. So if you watch it at 12, have a good afternoon. If not, have a good day. I don't know. Bye bye.